Hello and welcome to Learning with Lulu. First off, I just want to say I really appreciate you visiting my channel, watching this video, and yeah, your support in just that simple way of what you're doing right now, watching, means so much to me, and I do genuinely appreciate it. So, as for this video, it is going to be a summary of chapter 20 in Frankenstein. So, with chapter 20, we have Victor working on creating a female companion for the creature. And the chapter actually starts off with, I was kind of surprised because Victor does kind of have some like very respectful responses to the fact that like this female may not want to be with my original creature. And so like I don't want to say he's like feminist in that moment, because he's not. I don't like him. He's a terrible person. And as far as a character, he's like very well written by Mary Shelley, but he's not a good guy. But he does at the beginning of this chapter realize like I'm making this female, but she may not want to be with the creature. She may not want the same things. None of that. So he's kind of like, I can't keep on creating her. And then he goes a step further and he's like, but even if she did want to be with the creature, they would maybe have children. And then there would be this race that would like wreak havoc on humanity. I will say, like, I mean, I don't know if we're taking this as like the most scientific book. It's definitely, you know, the original science fiction, but scientifically his creatures are made from the body parts of human, like the DNA, the chromosomes, all of that. Like if they did somehow have children, they wouldn't be born deformed like their parents, because their parents are made from like sewn together humans. So there is that little detail where it's like, well, their kids wouldn't look like them and wouldn't necessarily have these like excelling strengths and ability to survive just on nuts and berries. So yeah, but anyway, he's like, well, and I can't be like the creator of the destruction of the human race. So that's another reason why he doesn't want to. So then I find this chapter very unsettling and creepy, just in how blasé, I don't know if that would be the right word, just how kind of like how casually he talks about dealing with the remains of human beings, of, you know, of cadavers, of corpses. So anyway, he says that he is like, I can't create a female creature, and so he tears apart what he's been working on. And then he looks up, he sees the creature watching him through the casement, I think through the window, and then the creature, he sees that Victor's destroying the female that he was working on. I believe where I had previously left off, I was expressing how I find it unsettling how casually Victor talks about dealing with the remains of other formerly living human beings. You know, by the point he gets to them, they are corpses or cadavers, but he just is very much, yeah, I tore up the thing I had been working on, when in reality, like if we're actually picturing what he's saying, it's very gruesome. So anyway, Victor, he tears apart what he's been working on, and the creature leaves. After some time, and Victor's just waiting, I get the sense that it's hours, but after some time, he hears a boat dock, and then he hears a door open, and he knows that it's the creature, and it is the creature, and he have this kind of war of words, and the creature is just like, how dare you? I have endured so much while following you, and as you've procrastinated, and now you dare rob me of this. And Victor is just very set, and he's saying, no, I'm not going to. And they end with giving each other threats. And the threat to remember is that he promises Victor that he will be with him on his wedding night, which we know that the creature then has been following him very closely, because how does he know that Victor is going to be getting married soon? So, and Victor says, you know, don't threaten me when like your life is on the line as well because of me. And so then the creature departs, and we don't see him for the remainder of the chapter. Victor, he thinks on it, and he's all, oh, I know the hour of my death, it's going to be my wedding night, you know, it'll all be done then, but poor Elizabeth, she'll be left without me, and all this stuff. Then Victor, he receives a letter from Clerval saying, you know, I'm going to be heading to India soon, and I'm going to be leaving from where we said our rendezvous would be, and I would love to see you while I can, so please rejoin me. And please rejoin me as quickly as you can. So Victor, he's like, yep, I'm gonna go, but he knows he needs to deal with his project that he's ended. So he goes and gathers up all of his instruments and the tools, and then also he puts all of the to-be female's body parts into a basket. And at night he rows it out into the water. There are some stones in with it as well, and he casts it into the sea and lets it sink. And then, like a genius, he falls asleep on the boat in the middle of the water. And he wakes up and doesn't know where he is, and eventually he sees some land and he gets to it. Turns out it's Ireland, and everyone is treating him really briskly, and he's not sure why, but they just seem very unwelcoming and inhospitable towards him. And he realizes that it's because, and someone tells him it's because there has been a community member that was murdered the night before. And then all of a sudden this random guy shows up. And so they all believe him to be the murderer. And so he's taken to be questioned, and he's being taken to Mr. Kerwin, who's a magistrate, to be questioned. And that is the gruesome summary. Well, no, that's the summary of the gruesome chapter in Frankenstein. I hope this has helped you out a little bit, and if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments below. Either myself or perhaps even another viewer or commenter will be able to answer your question about the chapter. So anyway, subscribe, like, share, and comment, and I hope to see you back around. Thanks for watching. Bye.